Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Jake, and this is
Neverland
Neverland
Navigation
Navigation Radio,
Radio.
where we take an adventure through the sit down options at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, this is a really exciting kind of segment thing we're gonna wind up doing because we're gonna wind up going through all the parks, and
hmm
I love Disney food.
Yeah, a fun little series on the Disney sit down restaurants in each park is fun
Yeah,
because it gives us a chance to try to give our advice on which ones are more worth your, hard earned vacation money.
yeah, and time.
Yeah, and your time for sure.
Yeah. Before we get started, if
Yes,
you're watching us on YouTube, we'd love it if you like and subscribe.
absolutely. And if you're listening along on a podcast platform like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, if you'd like to subscribe to the show and leave us a review if you enjoy the episode, then that would be awesome. We would definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you're planning a trip in the near future or not so near future to Disney or on a cruise, I'm a travel agent now, so
hmm
send me a message at neverlandnavigationco@gmail.com and I can do travel planning services for you completely free. I get paid commission by whomever you're traveling with,
hmm
and I can get you the same deal that you would get online, if not better. I monitor to make sure that you are continuing to have the best deal out there, or I can get you the best deal out there. And I can do stuff like this where I'm advising, I can, if you want, advise about like meals and stuff like that and help with getting reservations.
Yeah, you pay nothing extra, and you get all the benefits of someone who's super knowledgeable in booking these kinds of vacations. So there's really no reason not to give it a try.
Yeah, it's free.
Right. All right, are we ready to get into this list? I have to
Yeah,
say, this is like um, there's like a shortage of a
yeah,
noticeable shortage of sit down dining at this park.
yeah. And we knew, but
hmm
it didn't really hit me full on until we were talking about doing this. And
hmm
I'm like, but there's only four.
How could there only be four?
Yeah,
But there are. There are only
yeah.
four. Pizza Fari used to be sit down dining.
No, it was
At
counter
one,
service.
oh, was it always counter
Oh,
service?
if you're talking about the like, very beginning, you could totally be
Yeah,
right.
I feel
The
like I remember that.
all the time I remember it, it was quick serve.
Either way, it's nothing now. It's not
It's nothing
available
now.
now.
Yeah.
So the only four relevant restaurants we have here are the ones that we're going to cover today, and we're excluding quick service. So if you're looking for things like Satuli Canteen, Flame Tree Barbecue, um,
Good options,
yeah, good options for
but they're
sure.
quick serve.
First of
Yeah.
all, good job. Good options for quick serves. But yeah, we're not covering them here. Do we want to dive into the order?
Yeah, do you feel like we should go best to worst or worst to best?
I feel that we should go worst to best
Okay.
because we want to end with a great positive
Yeah. Yeah, I
experience.
agree.
Yeah.
So, I think our worst option isn't going to surprise anybody.
Everybody say it together. Rainforest
Rainforest Cafe.
Cafe. Oh boy.
Ugh, yeah, this is a chain restaurant. I'm sure you've heard of
Yeah,
it.
many of you may have fond childhood
Yeah,
memories of
sure.
experiencing this
But can
restaurant.
you tell me the food is good?
Hmm. More likely, do you remember the food at all?
Right, right.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Um, I don't think that this is a bad option if you live in, say, Arizona. I lived in Arizona for a year,
Okay.
and when I lived in Arizona for a year, there was a
hmm
Rainforest Cafe at like one of our local malls.
Cool.
Very cool because it wasn't like taking away from my theme park experience.
Right.
Um,
Just like a cool dining option.
in Disney World, you've got better options.
Oh, totally. Even in
Yeah,
this park, you have better
even in this
options.
park, you've got better options. But like, so
Absolutely.
as a chain restaurant that appeals to little kids with
Yeah.
the rainforest, aspect and
Yes.
the animatronics and all that, fun. I would totally go there.
hmm
I would not, however, choose this as a Disney World restaurant
No.
choice because there are just too many better options.
Absolutely. Rainforest Cafe, and I will say, Rainforest Cafe as a concept, whatever. There's a cooler. One of the Rainforest Cafe locations has like a ride,
Oh, really?
like a boat ride that you can take, like
Oh,
a
that's
jungle boat
cool.
ride.
That's cool. You don't know which one?
No, no, not off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's okay.
So then, the fact that this isn't even like a cool rainforest cafe, it's a very standard rainforest
Standard.
cafe.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little disappointing. But Disney's.
I get why they thought, oh, this will fit in. I get it. It does. It's Animal Kingdom. It fits.
Mhm.
I just think you can do better.
Don
Disney
your
food can be.
safari hat and bring a hippo-sized appetite as you go wild with a feast in the middle of a tropical rainforest.
Yeah.
That's the Disney write-up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know.
Okay, let's take a look at the menu.
Okay.
Um, there. Did you know you can eat breakfast here?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, you can't, but nobody does. So if you want to
Yeah.
eat dinner, then they've got all kinds of things. Entrees ranging from $24 to the high end being like $35.
Yeah.
An arrangement of burgers
And
and
I've actually
seafood.
been here. I've been there a lot more than you'd think I would for how bad I'm dogging this place. But
You're a regular.
yeah, I went to the one in Arizona. We lived there. When I lived in Nashville, Tennessee, there was one in the Opry Mills
Mhm.
Mall. And again, if that's where you're at, hey, that's fun.
Cool.
Very fun. Like, I just don't think it's Disney. It's not Disney level, because their food isn't as good. But anyway, the best things for me that I have had there were they've got some pretty standard bar food fried appetizers that are
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
Overpriced, but I mean, you're paying for the ambiance. And there was some sort of Oriental chicken salad that was pretty good. I
Okay.
don't know if they still have it. It's been a while.
It's very possible. I remember
Our
being
friend Tori had us go a little while ago.
right.
So it wasn't even that long ago that we went to the one in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. And even if so, the atmosphere maybe it could be charming for even though it's
Yeah,
whatever, not Disney quality animatronics. Maybe if you have
and it's
fond
not Disney
memories of the
quality
'90s,
food.
it might be like a
Yeah,
charming
sure,
experience.
sure.
But even if you're into the theming of it, still the food definitely is. Even though it's lower on the lower end of price for a Disney sit-down meal, I still find it to be
Is it?
overpriced for the quality. Yeah, I mean, if most entrees are not more than $30.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. If you order like the Taste of the Islands or you order the steak, then those things get a little bit more expensive. But most things I'm seeing are like $21, which is
Okay.
pretty cheap for 26, 25, which is pretty cheap for Disney food. So like, but even that I think is too much for this food. The quality of the food is not
The
there.
food's just not, yeah.
Right.
It's a fun experience. Again, I really think it's an awesome thing to have outside of Disney World.
It's more fun if you're a kid.
Of course,
and
yeah.
you don't like really care
Right.
how great
When my kid
quality
was a
your
younger
hamburger
kid,
is.
yeah, this was definitely a place we would go.
Totally.
All right.
All right. Well, that just explains why it's at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
But there is a cool entrance into the theme park through the Rainforest Cafe, so that's redeemable.
Yeah.
And also, you could say hello to Terry the tree in the gift shop,
Mhm.
who's like a tree with a face.
Yeah,
That's
this
fun.
restaurant is like you can actually get to it from the inside or the outside of Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So if you had a reservation there but didn't have a park ticket, you could still go.
Disney should buy Rainforest Cafe and make them
Yes.
awesome.
This is owned by Landry's.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Landry's could step up the food. They've got good food in other branches
On this list.
on this list.
All right. Well, let's move on to something at least a little bit better.
Landry's owns 50% of the Animal Kingdom sit-down restaurants.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
But hey, that's business.
But hey. Yeah, so the next one on the list is I put Tiffin's / Nomad Lounge. Do you want to talk about Nomad Lounge and I'll talk about Tiffin's?
Sure, that sounds good.
Did you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay, so Tiffin's is Animal Kingdom's signature dining restaurant. So it's like a fine dining. Yeah, it's expensive.
Put your fancy safari hat on.
Yeah, and it's I wish it were better themed, but I get that they were going for like a classy animal.
What's the theming
safari theme? It's like being in a adventurer's journal.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
There are like art. There's like art on the wall that is I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Let me see if I can if their website says anything about what they say it's decorated like. But like at one point they had menus that were like looked leather bound, like a journal, and
Gotcha.
there are different sections. In one section there are like light up animals, but they're not in a kid cute way. They're like just white lit animals.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I remember there being a lot of different cultural art on the wall and stuff like that.
Well,
Does that
okay.
make sense?
Yeah, it's giving like a classy, worldly kind of
Yes.
like modern, streamlined safari expedition vibe, travel vibe.
Yes.
Cool.
I
I like that idea for theming.
Travelers welcome, it says.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate the bold spirit of global discovery and the Imagineers and animal experts who built Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. Dining inside Tiffin's restaurant is like sharing a meal inside a renowned adventurers club. Oh, so that's similar to what I said.
Mm-hmm.
The theme of travel can be seen and felt everywhere you look. This is all from the Disney website, by the way.
Yes.
Hike your way through the rustic front doors and behold an enormous map of the globe before unearthing 3 elegant dining rooms honoring the spirit of Africa, Asia, and some of the world's most exotic animals.
Okay, got it. So it's like Animal Kingdom as a fine dining restaurant.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's artful in a like multicultural kind of way, and the food is just very expensive, and in my experience, like when we do reviews, we're always looking at the value, like that's a big part of it for us. And while I felt the food there wasn't bad, I didn't feel like it was worth the, like, I want to say we walked away with a $150 bill.
Wow. Yeah. That for how many people?
2.
2, yeah. Seems like an expensive meal. What are some of our entrees looking like price wise?
The entrees are all right around 45, 50, 54.
Okay, definitely toward the more
Yeah,
pricey end.
right. The lowest one is 34, and that's just noodles.
Wow. Okay.
And then getting the bread service has been something that I wanted to do every time we went anywhere that had it, because it's such a cool experience.
Yeah.
Like at Sanaa, although I think when I went to Tiffin's, I hadn't been to Sanaa yet.
Gotcha.
And I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Every time I say the name of that restaurant, I'm like, I don't know if I'm saying
Which
it right.
one?
Sanaa. Am I saying it right?
I think that's right.
Okay. Well, anyway, I don't think I'd had Sanaa yet, and their bread service is phenomenal.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. This one was good, but not as good.
If we were including Animal Kingdom Lodge on this list, it would be a totally different list.
Totally different list, because my favorites for God would be those 2.
Yeah, those are both great options.
Boma being the other one.
Yes.
Not Jiko. I didn't love Jiko as much. I know
Yeah.
you haven't tried it yet, but
Yeah.
Jiko I felt very similarly as I do to Tiffin's.
Oh,
It
really?
was very expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and it used a lot of flavors that I'm not familiar with, which doesn't, I'm not against that. I'm
Sure.
like
Yeah.
a foodie, but I don't know. They just didn't play out well for me.
Didn't impress you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, the bread service is $18, so that's kind of a must-do appetizer. It comes with Thai red curry milk bread, pao de I'm sorry, I can't pronounce stuff. I'm not gonna try to pronounce all these.
That's okay.
Papadam, maybe coconut curry sauce, guava sauce,
So
ginger pear chutney,
bread and a bunch of dips
sauces,
and
yes,
sauces.
but not as many as Sanaa, unless
Okay.
they've changed it,
Mhm.
which it doesn't look like they have.
Yeah.
At Sanaa, what I loved is, weren't there like 8 sauces or 10?
Yeah.
Some
They
like,
bring you out like a board with divots in it, and it's got a bunch of the different
yes,
spreads. I want to say it's like 8 or 10 like that, yeah.
yeah,
And then a bunch of different flavored non-bread.
yeah, right. So we got the bread service, and like I said, it was good, but not like mind blowing. Probably the best thing we had, though.
Okay, cool. I do like a bunch of different jams and stuff.
Yeah. And one of the other entrees that we got was the tamarind braised short rib,
Mhm.
which I'm sure everybody's probably familiar with short rib, but it kind of is like a fancy pot roast. You know what I mean? The meat's kind of falling apart. This says it comes with brown butter, carrot puree,
Okay.
cipollini onion, date bacon jam,
Yum.
roasted heirloom carrots, Yeah, and that you could substitute grilled beef tenderloin for 57, but that
$51 for that though. My,
yes, right.
yeah,
So it was good. My issue is with value.
totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
you know what I mean?
It needs to be like great. You need to feel really satisfied if you're paying that much.
Absolutely. And it is a pretty big entree, and it was good. It's just I think my issue was the bill that I walked away with, and the satisfaction that I felt just didn't quite equal up for me.
Fair enough.
Another thing that we got was the butter chicken, which butter chicken is something that I love. I believe I've had this at another Indian restaurant, if not two, in the Disney World bubble.
Yeah.
But this one, instead of it being like chicken that was slow simmered in the sauce and the chicken is kind of all up in the sauce,
Right.
it's like a piece of chicken thigh and then with some sauce spooned over it in like an artful way that wasn't good enough for me.
Yeah.
Like I or it's just not the way I'm used to it.
You
It's
want
not the way
more
I like
sauce.
it. I am a sauce fanatic.
Me too.
Like I'm always ordering stuff with extra sauce, and to like just spoon some of that sauce over it.
I know you're
I'm
not
not here for
supposed to tell
chicken.
them to keep going, but I would want to.
Yeah, yeah. So, and
Did
then
you say you're not here for the chicken?
I'm not here for plain chicken.
Yeah.
For $40 plain chicken.
Well, the sauce is where all the flavor is.
Exactly.
So you want the sauce.
Right. So this is where I'm at. That's why these aren't this isn't at the top of my list. I don't think that I will go back unless we choose to do a review there.
Right.
Well, or if I hear that it's gotten better.
Sure, yeah.
I know we got something for dessert, but I can't remember what, and it's definitely not on the menu anymore.
Well, what are your options? They've got 3.
What they have right now is a sweet mango sticky rice, which sounds interesting to me. I would certainly try that. It says sweet jasmine rice, mango gelée, lemon verbena avocado ice cream, avocado sauce, sesame Florentine. Anyway.
Cool.
Then there's a Champorado chocolate bar, and there's a white chocolate orange creme brulee.
Okay, gotcha. And they're like $15 each, except for the rice, which is $11.
And then you'll throw it when so this is how we got to the $150 mark. Two $50 or almost $50 entrees, a almost $20 appetizer, a $15 dessert, tax tip.
Yep, adds right up. It is a little bit disappointing that you paid a little bit more maybe than you felt you should have. Do you feel that way about Tusker House as well, or do you feel like that's like a value?
Did you want to talk about Nomad Lounge while we're still on this?
Oh, I totally forgot. Nomad Lounge is like the companion restaurant to this. It usually has walk-up seating that you can. Yeah. That you can.
That's worked out for us both times we've gone.
Yeah, which is awesome. Right now, it's a 10-minute estimated wait as we film this.
Yeah.
But it's the description that Disney gives for it is stop off at this refreshing oasis to discover specialty cocktails and enticing appetizers from all across the globe. We tried this and really enjoyed it one time, but you've tried this another time that you didn't enjoy it.
I just, again, thought it was overpriced for the flavors that we got.
Yeah. Right. So this is a lounge with indoor and outdoor seating. The outdoor seating is lovely. It sits right on the waters of the Discovery Bay water. Nice little spot.
And it's kind of got that mosquito netting, right?
Right. It does have mosquito netting.
Really helps me. I think it's probably is put there for partially for like the ambiance, like to give it that feel, you know what I mean? But I like that.
The functionality of it.
The functionality of it.
Totally. This is all about small plates and cocktails here. All kinds of cocktails, from Star African rum-based drinks to, it looks like we've got like bourbon cocktails, all kinds of stuff. But the small plates are a tuna poke bowl, which I think we got, pineapple glazed pork belly, which was in slices, that was nice. Grilled chicken satay, which is on skewers. It's chicken thighs, curry marinade, cilantro, pickled green papaya, and peanut sauce. And you can also get the Tiffin's bread service ordered out here. All of the entrees are anywhere from $14 to $18.
Yeah.
So we like small plates.
We do like small plates.
It's a fun way to order food because you all get to try a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
that's fun.
$20 a small plate, that adds up.
Oh yeah, that totally adds up. I mean, we were talking about Rainforest Cafe dinner is $30, so not even dinner is $26 or something. So here you're almost paying that in just getting a cocktail or a mocktail. Well, you're definitely paying that if you're getting a cocktail, but just in the small plates. I would say this is overpriced no matter what.
Yeah, it's overpriced.
Even if the food was amazing, and I just recall it being pretty good.
Right.
Even if it were amazing, I would think that would be kind of a lot for small plates. I do really enjoy the ambiance of this place, though. So it does, I might wander back for like a mocktail or something. That sounds nice.
Right. Or like, yeah, getting a few. I mean, it's hard because you think small plates and you want to get like five, but then again, you're up at the over
Budget
100,
says.
yeah, $100 range when you're thinking, oh, you're just getting a few. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Expensive for small plates. So that unfortunately did not bump this up to number 2, the No Bad Lounge addition to Tiffin's.
Right.
But it still lands at a number 3.
Yeah. And it's not phenomenally cheaper than just going to Tiffin's, but it is cheaper if you think, oh, I just want to go get one thing.
Yeah, or if you just want to try the bread service but don't want to commit to the rest of Tiffin's,
Sure.
maybe this is the best way to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. So our number 2 is Tusker House.
Tusker House.
So I don't know. I don't think love hate's the right way, but let me tell you what I love about Tusker House.
Tell me.
I love the characters in costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in safari type costumes that are absolutely adorable
and they're cute.
Totally fit into Animal Kingdom and its vibe.
Yeah.
It's like they just got off of Kilimanjaro Safari. Yeah. I love that.
Lots of shades of green, but they all look good.
Well, khaki, huh?
Yeah, a lot of khaki too.
So they come around. This is a character meal. They come around. So for breakfast, I think this is a good character meal.
Mm-hmm.
You get the characters in their cute costumes. You get a good breakfast buffet. It's pretty standard. A few like, you know what I mean by standard, right? So like buffet, scrambled eggs and meats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A few things that are kind of specialties or things that make Tusker House different than other like breakfast buffets are one of the things that they have in the mornings is a zebra coffee cake. Yum.
Okay.
Let's see. They have a guava cream cheese Danish, cinnamon buns. That's not the zebra coffee cake is the thing that that really stands out to me as like specific.
I see. Yeah, looks good.
Right.
I'm also seeing they offer a cardamom granola, which is interesting.
Yeah, they also have Simba waffles, which is a thing that we liked at Boma. Everywhere has the Mickey waffles, and I love a Mickey waffle, but having a Simba waffle is a cute thing too.
Just a cute little thing, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, the fruit salad with ginger syrup is a little bit different than other breakfast type buffets. You're right, cardamom granola is definitely something.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing $47 per adult, $30 per child for breakfast.
There's the rub.
Yeah. A spice rub.
Yeah. This is similar food probably to Boma, although I still think Boma does it better, but you get characters. So it's also going to cost you an extra, I don't remember what Boma is off the top of my head, but I feel like 30 maybe.
35
maybe.
Yeah.
So $10 for the characters, which adds up if you've got a family of more than just yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's located in the theme park,
Yes.
The theme park character meals are always expensive.
Right. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be expensive, but it's cute. The food's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. So for lunch and dinner, it's $62 a person. I only looked at adult pricing, but I'm sure you've got kid pricing right there.
Mm-hmm, 40.
So a little bit more expensive, but I didn't like the dinner as much.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The breads and dips is good. That was a good thing, but at $62 a plate, you know what I mean? Expensive.
Yeah.
They have mini zebra loaves, which is fun. Honey rosemary rolls, cornbread muffins, naan bread, and then a bunch of sauces, just like if you're doing bread service, right?
Tzatziki sauce, yum.
They have some unusual salads that were a bit too unusual for me.
Oh, she's so unusual. What was so unusual about them?
I don't specifically remember, but you've got black
They've
eyed
got
pea
black eyed pea salad,
salad. I
boom
like
boom
black eyed
pow,
peas, but yeah.
roasted cauliflower, quinoa and chickpea
Roasted
salad.
cauliflower salad, that is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quinoa and chickpea salad greens, just regular salad greens, toppings and dressings. But I feel like there were heavy onion on either one, if not both of those two middle salads.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like raw onions, so
Well, there we go.
throws that out for me. Their house specialties are spit roasted tandoori chicken, which is good, but when the time I went was dry.
Uh-oh.
Don't know how to pronounce that. You want to try that?
Sure.
Barbie. Just kidding. Berberi.
Yeah.
Marinated pork, green curry shrimp.
That was my guess.
Chicken curry, za'atar braised beef, and tremola salmon fillets.
Yum. They sound good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all just okay.
And I see they've got a chicken curry as a side. That sounds good.
Yeah, weird for them to list that as a side, but yeah.
It is a bit of a strange side.
Yeah.
So is this another... This is kind of expensive. $62 per adult. Kind of expensive. So is this another case of the price is not warranted?
I think so. I mean, unfortunately, this is the third one in the Animal Kingdom out of 4 that I'm saying this about, which is insanity.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I will say the ambiance and the characters are amazing. So if you're like not as worried about the, the food, then there's that. And this is it's a good buffet, but you get less of if you don't like to try other cultures' foods, or you think that you're going to be not interested in some of the spices used in these like curries and
sure.
All of that, then you're a little out of luck.
Yeah.
Because other than these things that I listed, they've got a kids area with like chicken fingers and stuff, but that's it. That's what you're getting. So you better be okay with it. I would say breakfast is your better option.
Sure, yeah, because they've got
unless you know you love like African food. Yeah, because that's a lot of money to spend on finding out like African food.
Yeah, definitely a little bit risky if you're a picky eater, or if you've got particularly picky people, adults with you.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. There's number. Luckily, although we've got some stuff that we don't consider to be top of the line when it comes to sit down, Animal Kingdom is like, it's got some really good quick serve options. So
I agree.
It's not all doom and gloom. You can find good food at the Animal Kingdom. It just so happens that sit downs, there's really only one restaurant that we really recommend as far as bang for buck goes.
And I would go there every time.
And as far as food quality goes, because we've had, really, you've had a lot of good luck eating there and getting consistently good quality. I've only been once, but the time that I did visit, I had a good quality meal. We're talking about Yak and Yeti.
Yak and Yeti, yeah. Yak and Yeti, the reason I have a Landry Select membership.
That good, huh?
Not for Rainforest Cafe, believe it or not.
Right.
Yeah, Yak and Yeti is located back by Kali River Rapids. So really pretty far back from the front of Animal Kingdom. And you should talk about the ambiance, because I feel like you were really impressed with the whole like story and everything. But I'll talk a little bit about the food.
Sure.
I think for me, the first page of that menu, I don't need to go any further. Like, we've tried some entrees here and there, and we always wind up saying that the appetizers and small plates are where we want to come back to. I've said this on this podcast before, the best thing there is the ahi tuna nachos. Lovely. They are phenomenal.
They are $21, but they're sushi grade ahi tuna with an Asian slaw, crispy fried wontons, wasabi aioli, and a sweet soy glaze. And they are so good. And it is like a full like mountain of food too.
It's
huge. A good serving.
Yeah, I asked for extra sauce, believe it or not. And last time they brought like 4 different ramekins, because I guess there's multiple sauces on there. And I was like, this is awesome.
Lovely.
Yeah. The fried green beans are good. What's the dipping sauce with that?
The fried green beans come with a Thai chili dipping sauce, sweet Thai
Mm.
chili dipping sauce.
The
Yum.
dumplings are good.
Hmm.
Gosh, we've ordered like all of these.
We've
What
tried
is
the
it?
pot stickers; those are good too.
Yeah. There's a calamari.
Yes, there's
There's a
calamari.
shrimp, firecracker shrimp, bang bang calamari. Those are both really good.
Whatever they put in the Asian slaw, which is what comes with the firecracker shrimp and the ahi nachos, I think it's delicious.
Yeah,
It's
phenomenal.
like a crispy, cool slaw.
Yeah. So
Um,
this is Pan Asian. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I just absolutely love it.
Lovely. I also, as far as specialty goes, I know you said that you normally prefer to go small plates. I did try an entree, um, chicken tikka masala, which is I think maybe the most standard order for like Indian food.
Hmm.
But it's a good thing to order like chicken parmesan at like an Italian restaurant to see
Sure.
like get a feel for the sauces and the everything. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. We were all sharing the everybody wanted the masala sauce, the curry. So we
Yeah.
were all dipping things in that and sharing it. So that was
Yes.
fun. Although I do think that's $27. So it is a pretty good portion, and that's not super. That's a pretty good price for sit down food. But just to give you an idea of what some of the entrees cost, that one's 27. And like if you want like a lo mein chicken or shrimp or anything like that, those are 23. If you want a salmon, that's 30. So you're kind of looking at the low end of dinner pricing here anyway.
Yeah.
Which is great because we feel that the quality is pretty consistently good, and you don't.
Consistently good. I've been there so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time we go to Animal Kingdom, I'm like salivating to get to Yak and Yeti.
Yeah. Have you had their quick serve version?
I have. It's been a long time.
Maybe we check it out again.
Yeah,
And do a
I think
review.
we're gonna have to do a review.
Ooh, I'm excited. Hey, if it's even half as good as the inside.
I just think it's different. Did
Totally
you look
different.
at unless the menu has changed?
I know nothing about it.
I remember that when I went that they had fried rice. You could buy fried rice like in a thing,
Sure.
and like egg rolls and stuff like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's a little different. It's a little bit more Chinese takeout than Pan Asian wonderfulness.
They should
unless they've changed it since last time I went.
They should sell a half portion of the ahi tuna nachos.
Oh my God.
And sell them for $11, which would be half the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Anyway. Oh, right, the theming we wanted to talk about is pretty great.
Yes.
It definitely fits into the vibe of Animal Kingdom, which is like a very culturally authentic, textured look, which is definitely part of the story here. The background story is pretty cool. It's like a hotel restaurant, a restaurant within a hotel.
Yeah.
And the owner of the restaurant opened the hotel, or the owner of the hotel opened the restaurant to impress his wife because his wife loved old movies, and that's why there are old movie posters all over the wall.
Yeah.
It's like a love letter to her.
Yeah, it's like Imagineer level backstory and theming, but it's a Landry's restaurant.
Yeah, it's like a
shocking.
ride. It's like a ride queue, but it's like you eat there.
Yeah.
And there's an upstairs of the hotel and a downstairs. And you really feel like you're eating in this like hotel dining room area.
If you look around, yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the details. But it was, I really enjoyed it. It's like low lighting. It's meant to feel like a restaurant on the other side of the world, and it definitely kind of gives that vibe. Lots of details everywhere, all kinds of different posters and love letters. And, artifacts, all kinds of cool stuff. Definitely enhances the eating experience. And like for having such a, it's funny to compare this, which is almost kind of similar price-wise to Rainforest Cafe, actually. And they're both owned by Landry's, but the theming and the backstory and the quality of the food here are both like double what you would find at Rainforest Cafe.
Yes, exactly. The food is so
crazy.
good. I'm like, why? I don't understand how these two restaurants are owned by the same people.
And you just have to walk from one side of the park to the other to get to the better quality food.
Right.
Also, if you get a late restaurant here, you get the thrill of walking out of Animal Kingdom in the dark.
Yeah, at night.
With its beautiful lighting packages.
This is what I always try to do. So Animal Kingdom generally wants to close at like 7.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You got to try to ring your stay out.
Yeah, you ring it out. I can make this a full day park. Watch me. Yeah. So you get a 6:45 reservation, and I mean, You take your time eating.
Totally. And we started our day at Boma, so we're already in the Animal Kingdom vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this every time we talk
Or
about
yeah, if you wanted a character meal, though, I do think breakfast at Tusker House is not a bad. If you're gonna spend the money,
right,
I mean, I would always recommend Topolino's first, but
right, but if you're
if you're gonna spend the money again,
yeah, if you're doing multiple for sure.
hmm
If you are doing one for each park, you would recommend like do Topolino's on your Epcot day and kind of let it be that, or your Hollywood Studios day, I guess, because they're both on the Skyliner.
maybe, yeah.
Mm,
I mean,
it's okay. You don't have to answer
Epcot
right now.
has Ocar's House, and I'm saying that wrong.
Right.
I don't.
Aquajus or something.
Well, before we do the Epcot sit down podcast episode, I will look up how to say it.
And then at the end.
And then I'll say it right that episode, and then probably not again after.
Well, that's okay. That's the only time we need it. Okay, so there you go. Let's cap off our rankings here. In fourth place we had Rainforest Cafe.
Mm-hmm. Kind of almost tied though with Tiffin's. I was really like, it's just too much, too expensive.
Yeah, and we're lumping Tiffin's and Nobel Lounge into one. And,
right.
And then number 2 we had Tusker House.
I mean, I guess if any of you have tried this and you feel differently, send me a message and tell me what to get next time I go.
Tusker House?
For any of it.
Oh, to any of them?
Well, really, Tiffin's and Rainforest Cafe. Tusker House is a buffet, so.
Right. And you know, it's...
When I go to a buffet, I try everything.
And your main problem with it is just that the pricing is a little much.
Yeah, unless there's something on the menu that I didn't order that you're like, yes, this was $50, but it was like the best thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to know.
And then our number 1 was Yak and Yeti.
My gosh.
But if you guys have had better experiences with the other restaurants, then like Morgan said, we would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Tell us what you ordered. Tell us what about the experience made it special to you.
Mm-hmm.
And we would love to maybe do some reviews on some of these. We actually only have reviews out for Rainforest Cafe, and I don't think
we ever actually posted our Rainforest Cafe review.
Oh, you're right. So
that was one of the first ones that we did as practice, and
that's right.
And it was practice, so we didn't post it.
We owe you guys some Animal Kingdom sit-down reviews.
We do.
So we're gonna get on that.
Yeah.
If you want to check out our other Disney food recommendations, you can check out our YouTube channel there. Look out for some Animal Kingdom because it's
it's coming. We have Boma and Sanaa.
Oh yeah, if you want to check out, that's actually a great idea. If you want to check out some alternatives to Animal Kingdom dining, right across the street at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which are open to all guests, you don't have to be staying at the resort. Then check out our reviews over at the Neverland Navigation Co. YouTube channel, where we've reviewed Sanaa and Boma. And if you're there now watching the visual version of the podcast, well, thanks so much. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah. We also have an Etsy store. It's called Neverland Navigation on Etsy, where we make shirts, dish towels, bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in a like Disney family shirt, or you want to get your significant other a Disney shirt present, they've got a favorite ride that's past or present, send us a message. We'll tell you some good design options.
Yeah. Or like even like a resort or stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. I need an Animal Kingdom Lodge shirt, I guess, turns out. And then finally, if you want to check us out on short form content platforms like TikTok or Instagram, we're there at Neverland Navco, and you can find Disney trivia, Disney food, Disney shopping. If you enjoy visiting the theme parks, then we cover a little bit of everything on the Instagram and the TikTok. So it would be cool to see you guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Until our next dining safari adventure, we'll see you on our next adventure. Goodbye.
Bye.